Let's give all praises to the Most High, whose true name in the ancient Hebrew is Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten Son, whose true name in the ancient Hebrew is Yahweh Shai, and the Holy Spirit, which in the ancient Hebrew is the Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders of GMS, who taught us his truth by the Holy Spirit. Honors to the brothers, risking their life and freedom to push the gospel. Peace and blessings to the elect, who would be the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, who make up the lost 12 tribes of Israel. According to scripture and prophecy, the elect would be 1/3 of the Israelites, who in the last days will return back to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai for salvation, while the 2/3 of Israel who don't seek the Lord in time be destroyed with America. And that's all according to prophecy. So we back with another lesson through the mercy of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. And this lesson is going to be titled, We Are Under the Curses, but Always Do Right Even When It's Unfair. We under the curses, but always do right even when it's unfair. Okay, so, we under the curses, so we're going to be persecuted, oppressed, mistreated, discriminated against, treated unfairly, for no reason at all. Treated harshly, punished more severely for no reason at all. That's because we're under the curses. But the thing is, just because we're under the curses and people may treat us unfairly, unjustly, that don't give us the reason to act the fool. That don't give us a reason to wild out, start breaking rules, doing stuff we ain't supposed to do. Because with the curses, we got enough troubles already to deal with day to day. With the world, this system, the people. But now, you feel some type of way and you go wild out or break some rules or do something you ain't supposed to do. Now you open up the door for more troubles to come into your life. And that's talked about in the scriptures. Really all throughout, but we're going to focus on the book of Peter as we move forward. But again, the title of the lesson, we under the curses, do right even when it's unfair. And that's on any level. Not just doing right in the eyes of the Lord, but to a certain degree, we got to do right here in America as well, or wherever we were taken captive to and we at in the last days. We got to play by the rules of society and follow their laws and regulations, to a degree, until they implement the rfid microchip, which is the mark of the beast. So, they got the saying, fake it till you make it. Hey, as much as we hate this place, we got to go along with it. But we're going to start here, Deuteronomy 28:45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee. So the curses, pretty much being oppressed, being at the bottom, being afflicted. What it say? It will come upon us, pursue us, and overtake us. So we are over the curses. Being in the truth don't make you exempt from the curses. If anything, the curses and the persecution or oppression might turn up on you once you wake up to the truth. So the scriptures say, he who departeth from evil maketh himself a prey. Somewhere in Isaiah, the 50th something chapter, you depart from evil, you make yourself a prey. So we already a targeted people. But once you want to wake up to this truth and return back to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, on whatever level that is, you will become more of a target. Spirits and people start acting up and wilding out against you. Satan start making extra stuff go wrong, but it goes on to say, till thou be destroyed. And our people have been completely broken down by the curses. mentally, physically, spiritually. It says, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shaddai God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. So we still being punished for the sins of our forefathers, and we got to go through it. Again, being in the truth don't make you exempt from the curses. It makes you more of a target. And I'm going to also get this in the book of same chapter, Deuteronomy 28, verse 33. It says, the fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always. Now, what people has been totally crushed by this money system, the debt and credit system, the laws here in America, law enforcement, and oppressed so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. People just more so familiar with the oppression of the American Negroes. But all 12 tribes are really going through the same struggles when you look. But what it say? The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation, the white man, which thou knowest not, eat up. And the fruit of the land, the wealth, the resources, the land, the animals, all been taken away by Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. And look at this, all thy labors, free labor, cheap labor, they still get rich up off our labor, as it is to this day. But what it say, despite them taking us for everything we got, we're going to always be oppressed and crushed, which I'm going to get this in the NLT. A foreign nation you have never heard about will eat the crops you work so hard to grow. And it's not just the crops, but anything we do. Inventions that we make, businesses that we open, songs that we make, scripts for movies, it all gets stolen from us. And then the white man profits off of it, and get the credit and get the fame. It says, you will suffer under constant oppression. And we know that and we feel it. This can only be talking about the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. And what it say in harsh treatment. You being discriminated against. Dirty looks. People treat you as less than human. You get punished more severely. People watch you. They follow you. They always monitoring you. They always plotting against you. That's that harsh treatment that we face, that constant oppression. But despite this stuff, this don't give you a reason to cuss out the cops when you get stopped by the police. This don't give you reason to knock out the person that you work with because y'all got beef. This don't give you reason to, beat up the ICE agents. Shoot at the ICE agents because they handling you rough. So don't give you reason, to steal from the grocery store, steal from your job, because we know Esau is the ultimate thief. And he's a scam artist and a criminal. So give you reason, you be like, F it, Esau the devil. We the chosen people. Now you doing 70 miles per hour in a 45 mile per hour speed zone. So I'm saying that the point is, because we the people and we suffer this stuff wrongfully, a lot of it for no reason. Well, this don't give you reason to wild out. Because again, we got enough troubles, harsh treatment, constant oppression. The point is, if people wild out, start getting all out of character, all out of order, it's gonna bring in more problems for yourself. But let's move on to 1 Peter 2:13. And that's why it says, submit yourselves to every ordinance of man, for the Lord's sake, whether it be to the king as supreme or to governors. So yeah, you gotta submit yourself to the laws of man, no matter the country, the city, state, and that's for the Lord's sake. It says, as unto them that are sent by him for the punishment of evildoers. Because despite how we feel about America or the other countries, the other world leaders, despite how we feel about them, the Lord has set them up to punish the evildoers, the wicked of our people and the evildoers of the world. And it says, and for the praise of them that do well. But the world leaders and governors, they're supposed to honor us for being law-abiding citizens. But Esau the wicked, with his unrighteous decrees, unfair laws, he's trying to change the laws to target us as a people and to find a way to make us a criminal, which is why the Lord said, woe to them, death and destruction to them. But let's see what they say in the NLT. For the Lord's sake, submit to all human authority, whether the king as head of state or the officials he has appointed. So yeah, ranging from your president to the judge, police officers, ICE agents, your manager at the job, the rules of a grocery store, a movie theater, whatever. It says, for the king has sent them to punish those who do wrong. So people who break the laws of the land, they're going to be punished, of course. But ultimately, they're sent to punish the 2/3 of our people who have sinned against the Lord. And it says to honor those who do right. So we want to do right. And our honor is pretty much keeping your freedom, not bringing any more troubles on you than necessary, not having to pay extra taxes, fines, and fees, and get caught up in the system dealing with jail and law enforcement and all of that. So as we continue, we're going to get the book of 1 Peter chapter 3 and 13. It says, and who is he that will harm you if you be followers of that which is good? So yeah, if you following all the laws and obeying all the rules and you're not acting a fool and doing anything out of order, who is the white man? What is he going to do to you? You following all your rules at work and they want to penalize you and pick with you and they want to fire you, but you've been doing everything right. The Lord said, who is he that will harm you? Who is he that's going to fire you? The police harassing you, trying to provoke you, but you being compliant. Who is he that will harm you? The system, the court system, they unjustly, targeting you and putting all these fines on you. The Lord said, who is he that will harm you if you be followers of that which is good? So if you obeying the laws, let's start small. If you obeying the laws of the land and doing everything you're supposed to be doing according to the standard of the world, you shouldn't have nothing to worry about. But if you start disobeying the laws of the land and not being a law-abiding citizen, and didn't expect some troubles to come your way. But ultimately, being followers of that which is good is following and seeking Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. That's ultimately the good. So ultimately, if we following Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai and being law-abiding in the lands of our captivity, who is he that will harm you? What can they do to you? Fire you, arrest you? But guess what? If they do that to you unjustly and you suffer, then the Lord's going to deal with them. So if you're doing everything right at the job and everybody else is getting away with stuff You being penalized, they watching you, they monitoring you, but everybody else getting away with stuff, and you do get fired or penalized. Well, the Lord's gonna deal with them. You did everything that you could. And for example, dealing with work, if you're doing everything you're supposed to do, hey, the Lord might be working something out. It may be a new position coming your way. It might be a manager that's troubling you. Maybe they about to get fired or move to another shift. Hey, these are all things that I've seen dealing with the place I work at. Or let's say you go make a complaint and you so professional in how you handle that complaint and deliver it, they give you another opportunity to do something else at the job. Now the job, they want to put you in a leadership position because they see, the integrity and the professionalism, that you show. But let's say you stealing from the job now. You trying to scam the system. You trying to be clocked in even when you're not there. Or you doing something else, scamming the system. Well, now the Lord can't work for you. Not to say that he can't, the Lord can do anything, but the Lord was going to deal with your job for doing you dirty, but you've been stealing or doing something else that ain't right. Now you open the door for the job to deal with you. And if you think your job is harassing you, to penalize you, to target you, to fire you, well, that's the reason they keep harassing you, because they really got no reason to fire you. But if you start stealing and cheating the system and scamming, or who knows what, well, what you thought they was trying to do to you, they really gonna do it. Once you get caught doing something. So that's why we say, who is he that will harm you if you be followers of that which is good? If you following all the laws, doing everything right by the book, what can they do to you? All they can do is try little petty stuff here and here. But the moment you break a rule or don't do something by the book, then they gonna unload on you. Then they really gonna try to fire you. Really gonna try to penalize you then. Same thing if you're dealing with a police or an ICE agent. So what? They put their hands on you. They want to illegally search the car. They being assholes. They provoking you. Hey, just be compliant and respectful. You think the police trying to try you? They trying to get you out of character? They trying to find a reason to arrest you? Well, if you get out of character and you stop being non-compliant and you get aggressive with the cops, then they really gonna arrest you. So what you think that the white man in his system, in his officers or whatever, your manager, what you think the people trying to do? Just keep a cool head. Don't get out of character. Don't get out of order. Hey, keep playing by the rules. Because the moment you slip up, they really gonna try to get over on you. So again, who is he that will harm you if you be followers of that which is good? Yeah, what the hell can they do? And if they do harm you, it don't mean just physical harm, fire you, wrongfully lock you up, wrongfully, take something that belongs to you. Well, the Lord gonna deal with them. Hey, or it could be, you dealing with the police, he on the verge of getting fired. But, you spit at the cops, so whatever you do, you open up the door for more troubles to come into your life. That's why it goes on to say in 14, and if you suffer for righteousness' sake, if you suffer for following the rules, And we talk about the rules of the land, the laws, whatever rules you got at your job. But if you suffer for righteousness' sake, if you suffer for doing what's right, happy are ye. No guilty conscience. You got nothing to worry about. You're not looking over your shoulder. It says, and be not afraid of their terror. So don't be afraid of them harassing you, picking with you, the threats they say they may do. This don't happen. You might get fired. You might get rolled up. They might write you a ticket. Just keep doing what's right. It says neither be troubled. So don't let them get into your head. Because you'll get frustrated and you'll react according to the flesh. And you'll do something to cause you more problems down the line. Now the Lord was going to do something for you, but you done just screwed everything up. For example, at the job, the Lord's going to open up a position for you or fire that manager. Something like that. Or you do something stupid on the job, hey, that manager still might get fired, but the job going to deal with you now. So now you got two problems instead of one. Or you do something, hey, now you can't get that position. Now you're missing out on your raise or your bonus, stuff like that. But that's what the lesson is titled, hey, we under the curses, even when it's unfair, always do right. And then ultimately, this is suffering for the sake of Yahweh Shai in the gospel. Happy are we. Don't be afraid of what the white man and ICE and Trump and Pete Hagstaff and Stephen Miller is talking about with the FEMA death camps. Ultimately, that's what this is going into. Bigger picture. But even on a smaller level, with smaller things such as at work or just out there in the world, dealing with people, etc. It's better to suffer for doing right than to suffer for doing wrong. Because again, we suffer for doing right, the Lord gonna deal with them. If we suffer for wrongdoing, the world gonna deal with us. The Lord still gonna get them, but the Lord gonna allow them to deal with us. That's what they were set up for. And this is all good practice. Practicing, obedience. But that's why when we get this in the book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and 18, and therefore will the Lord wait that he may be gracious unto you. And therefore will he be exalted that he may have mercy upon you. For Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is a God of judgment. Blessed are all they that wait for him. So see that? Blessed are they that wait on the Lord. See that? Wait on the Lord, and the Lord's going to be gracious unto you. He's going to have mercy on you. He's a God of judgment, so the Lord going to work. The Lord going to be good unto you, for doing what's right. Doing what's right in his eyes, but also doing right in the world. Because being in the truth don't give you liberty to going out there, start doing what you want and breaking the laws. But waiting upon the Lord, he's going to work something out. That's why it says, blessed are all they that wait on the Lord. So example, if you having troubles at work, hey, just wait long enough. Position going to open up. That manager going to get fired. That manager going to move. A certain coworker might take a special liking to you. So they kind of take you under their wing. So you can kind of say you got a little bit of protection. Somebody to kind of stick up for you and cover you while you at the job. Or if you're stuck with the police, he may get an emergency call that he got to go. He ain't even got time to write you a ticket. You deal with him from time to time. He may get fired eventually, move to another county. Those are all examples of the Lord working. Two of the things that we deal with most commonly as the 12 tribes. You know, troubles at work and troubles with law enforcement, or troubles anywhere. The Lord is working. He's a God of judgment. Just wait on him so he can be gracious and have mercy on you. Because the Lord, whatever it is, he gonna get them up out the way. But if we make haste and try to take matters into our own hand and try to change the problem ourselves, and we get in the mix and trying to manipulate stuff, we messing up the Lord's work. Not that you can't mess it up, but the Lord is shifting the pieces around, and you don't want to get in the middle of that. You'll mess up your own blessing. And that's why when we come to the book of First Peter, it says 5 and 9, it says, whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. So when we think we're going toward it being targeted, it's not just us. The world ain't about us. That's happening to all our brothers and sisters of the 12 tribes. But ultimately, this is going into the body of believers. That the believers are going to go through a special kind of affliction aside from the non-believers. And that's a lot of what we experience through waking up to the truth. And then when we get this in the book of 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Yeah, the cop, the ICE officers harassing you, hey, wait on the Lord, be patient, agree with the adversary quickly, don't give them no reason, to try to get over on you. Hey, be guilt-free, remain innocent, don't take matters into your own hand, and the Lord gonna get them back. They wrongfully fire you or pick it with you at the job, hey, a reward coming. Blessed are they that wait on the Lord. Don't take matters into your own hands. Don't try to save yourself. Don't try to do this and do that, thinking you're getting over on them, or you're outsmarting the system, or you're getting back at them, because they're going to get back at you. And again, you just open up more problems. And let's read this in the NLT. And his justice, he will pay back those who persecute you, who oppress you. Unfair, harsh treatment, those who discriminate against you. So yeah, going back to the book of 1 Peter 3 and 13, and who is he that will harm you if you be followers of that which is good? So who the hell is your manager? Who the hell is the police officer or the ICE agents? They nobody. The Lord gonna get them out the way. Let's read this in the NLT. Now who will want to harm you if you are eager to do good? But see, this we in a wicked kingdom. The day's coming, we're gonna be punished for doing good. And it's really already happening. But it's gonna intensify. We're gonna literally be targeted and charged and threw in prison for no reason at all. But guess what? The Lord gonna deal with them. That's why it goes on to say in the NLT, but even if you suffer for doing what is right, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, he will reward you for it. But guess what? He gonna punish them. So that's why the troubles are increasing. With the government, law enforcement, Esau the white man, just the people that you run into every day, the people at your job, the people at work. The Lord is turning up them evil spirits in them people to further oppress and persecute us. Why? Because he about to judge them. So that's why we having more troubles at work. That's how we having more problems with the people in the world in general. Even friends and family. Why? Because the Lord about to judge these people. He about to burn these people alive. So all we got to do is hang on a little longer which is why, again, Isaiah 30 and 18, blessed are all they that wait for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. The Lord about to get these people out the way, all of them. But again, the title of the lesson, we under the curses, but always do what is right, even when it's unfair. So Lord willing, that was informative, edifying. Till next time, Shalom.